All right, hello and welcome to this presentation on how to use LifterLMS with WooCommerce. I'm going to get my screen shared with you here. So let me pull that up. Can somebody confirm for me in the chat if you can see this starter slide that says power up your online course? Somebody just let me know that's working. Cool. So my name is Chris Badgett, and in this presentation, we are going to be looking at how to use WooCommerce to sell your online courses or membership programs, coaching programs, or private communities, all from excuse me, all from your WordPress website. So I'm gonna just move on to the next slide here. We are also going to be doing a giveaway, so stick around to the end. One lucky attendee on the live call is going to win a free single site license to any LifterLMS add-on, or if you're already a LifterLMS customer and you win, we can apply that value to your existing license. And I also have a special announcement, which is a special offer. So with the release of LifterLMS WooCommerce 2.0, and to celebrate this webinar, we are doing a promotional coupon code you can use. That coupon code is LifterLovesWoo. You can see it on my screen here. You can use that to take $20 off your purchase of the LifterLMS WooCommerce add-on or any other LifterLMS product through February 14th. So that coupon code again is LifterLMS So go check out that special offer. And let me stop sharing my screen for a second. So let me pull something up here and then we'll get this party started. So this is not going to be one of those boring slideshow presentations. I'm going to be playing around with real websites that are live with you here today. So let me share my screen with you. And can you let me know in the chat if you are seeing a homepage to a website called My Expert Business? Awesome, you can see it. Cool, thank you, John. Let me move this out of the way. And just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. We are recording this, so there is going to be a replay. If you want to watch this again later, I can't stay till the very end. Helmut, I saw you join. Welcome to the call. And also, this is supposed to be really interactive. So if you have questions about WooCommerce, about Lifter, about e-commerce, selling, or pricing models, or whatever it is related to LifterLMS and WooCommerce, please use the Q&A box here in Zoom. And also, you can use the chat. And in Zoom, there's a feature here where you can raise your hand if you want to talk live. So I'm going to kind of go through the presentation, and then I'm going to circle back and go through all the questions. And if you want me to show you exactly how to do something with WooCommerce and LifterLMS on this live site, I'd be glad to do that. So, and just real quick, Nicely is asking, can you use the coupon code with LifterLMS Loves Woo with another coupon? It is not available to be used in conjunction with another coupon, but thank you for asking. So, but that coupon code is Lifter Loves Woo, and we'll get to it at the end. But just so everybody's clear, if you're perhaps new to LifterLMS, there's a couple different ways you can get our WooCommerce add-on. You can buy it a la carte. We'll put a link in the chat here, and but you can also get it via our two bundles. So one of our bundles that has a lot of things in it, including the WooCommerce add-on, is called the Universe bundle. And then our bundle that has everything in it, which includes like 17 different plugins and all the advanced features of LifterLMS. That's called the Infinity Bundle. So you can either get LifterLMS WooCommerce by itself as part of the Universe Bundle, or as part of the Infinity Bundle. And if you want to kind of explore the differences between those, I'd encourage you to check out the LifterLMS pricing page on the LifterLMS website. We'll put a link to that in the chat. But I'm going to get right into our main presentation here, and I hope you enjoy what we're going to talk about here. And again, if you have any questions at all, drop them in the Q&A box, drop them in the chat, or raise your hand so we can talk live and discuss all that. And just real quick, I want to welcome everybody to the show. Alan, Carolyn, Chris, David, Dennis, Gabrielle, Helmut, John, Jose, Kim, Lacey, Marco, Michael, Nicely, Patrick, Paul are here so far. We've got some more people jumping in. Welcome everybody to the call. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you spending some time with me today. So I'm going to take you on a lightning tour of the front end of this simple LifterLMS WooCommerce website. So we just got a simple homepage up here with some course category or WooCommerce product categories. So this is a courses category, memberships, equipment, and then a book in the box by mail category, which I'll explain in just a little bit. This is a simple about page. We're not doing anything fancy here. We're just using LifterLMS and WooCommerce, the popular Astra theme, which we'll put a link to in the chat, and WooCommerce and the WooCommerce subscriptions plugin as well. But this is just a simple page here, 2-column layout in the new WordPress editor. You can look at our courses right here. And we've got 6 courses loaded up into this website. And a big thank you to Allie for helping put all this together. So these are like 6 sample courses. This is the official Quick Start course for LifterLMS. And you can see, this is actually a free course. You don't have to pay $500 or $5,000 to get it, but we were just demonstrating some of the features there of the LifterLMS access plans. But this is when you first set up LifterLMS, you have an option to install a sample course. This is the sample course you get, which gives you a walkthrough on how to get your first course up and running quickly. It's called the Quick Start course. So just throwing that out there. But then, this is just like a demo course. The music course here, we just put in a couple lessons, and you can see here the syllabus is down here, and I can click on the one-time payment or the monthly payment. So if I click on that $2,000 for 1 year of access, that's been added to my WooCommerce cart. If I go to view the cart, you can see this is the WooCommerce checkout screen. We've got this course being purchased for a one-time payment of $2,000. We could use the WooCommerce coupon code system, and but this is just the classic WooCommerce checkout. We can move on over from the cart to the checkout, and here we could purchase this course for $2,000. So pretty straightforward there, but I was just kind of walking you through from the LifterLMS course catalog here, or what's also called the course archive. And then over here is the memberships. So we have a membership here. This is called the Platinum membership. And in this case, when you buy this membership, you get access to all the courses on this website. And this one is in what's called in WooCommerce a variable product from $1,000 a month, as low as, or these are the in WooCommerce what are called product variations. So you could do the monthly payment for $1,000 a month, or you could do the annual payments for $10,000 a year. I could click sign up now, and I've added that to the cart. I can then again view the cart. I'm just going to go ahead and X out that single music course. And you can see I could proceed to checkout and purchase this membership for $10,000 a year. This would be an annual subscription for $10,000. And I'm actually going to go through this checkout in a little bit, not right this second, but we'll see what happens with that when we do some scenarios here. I'm going to click on Shop here. So this is the WooCommerce store catalog, or product catalog as it's known, product archive page. And we've got a couple things going on here. We've got the music course we set up that we were just looking at had the two options, the $2,000 one-time payment or a $200 a month subscription. We set that up as two separate WooCommerce products. So if we look at this one here, this is just the one-time payment of $2,000. If somebody were to try to buy that course, they're going to be checking out through this product. But then that's how a lot of these are set. These courses are set up with each access plan is associated with a separate product. But this one right here is this leadership course is kind of like that membership. It is a variable product. So instead of using two separate products, we gave this one monthly and an annual option. So there's kind of a couple different ways to do it. So we're just kind of demoing all of that. Also inside of our shop, we have some non-course and membership related products like the book club, which is $100 a month, currently on sale from $125 a month, where you can get a book in the mail for $100 a month. We also have just a regular old t-shirt, which I think WooCommerce originally was built for just simple physical products like a t-shirt company on the internet. So here we've got a $100 t-shirt. You know, it's pretty fancy t-shirt there. And then we also just have straight up physical products like this, just equipment here. We've got $5,000 worth of equipment that we could add to the cart. So now if we look at the shopping cart here, we can see we've got the platinum membership for $10,000 a year, and we're going to invest $5,000 in the equipment. So like as an example, if you were selling like a music, become like amazing piano person, you could sell them a piano for $5,000 or $40,000 or however much a piano costs, and then a $10,000 a year membership that includes a bunch of courses. That's just an example. So that's just a quick tour of what's in the shop. And then over here, when you click on dashboard, this is the WooCommerce dashboard that when you have LifterLMS enabled with the WooCommerce integration, it basically combines all of the WooCommerce account endpoints, they're called, with the LifterLMS dashboard endpoints, like their certificates, achievements, and so on. So that is just a quick tour there. And I'm just going to go back to the home screen. And, you know, pull up the LifterLMS course catalog here. So the next thing I'd like to cover is why would you use WooCommerce instead of LifterLMS? Because LifterLMS does have its own e-commerce payment system. We have an add-on for Stripe. We have an add-on for PayPal. We have an add-on for Authorize.net. And there are really, excuse me, 4 main reasons why I recommend that you sell with WooCommerce using the LifterLMS WooCommerce add-on to integrate into the WooCommerce ecosystem instead of the just using LifterLMS by itself's e-commerce engine. The first one has to do with this map right here. This is a map of the world and the countries that Stripe supports. Stripe is one of the most popular payment gateways in the LifterLMS native e-commerce system. WooCommerce even has its own Stripe integration. But as you can see here, it's only about these 32 countries where you can use Stripe, where the website owner's bank account needs to be located to use Stripe to sell your courses and memberships and products via credit card via the popular Stripe add-on. So if you cannot use Stripe, let's say you live in South Africa or in Russia, there's payment gateways that you can use that WooCommerce has developed. So as long as you can figure out a way to sell it with Woo, you can do your enrollment with LifterLMS and all the LMS and the course features and the protecting of the content and the student dashboard and all that stuff. So if we were to bring up this WooCommerce's website right here, if you go into their extensions, I'm going to click on payments. And I love this feature right here where we were just looking at select payments and then select your country. So if I happen to live in South Africa, you can see I have a lot of options here. I could use the PayFast payment gateway, which is popular in the South African e-commerce, and this EnviroPay here. So WooCommerce has been around for a long time and has a mature ecosystem of plugins. Excuse me, one moment. So I see Jose had a question from the Woo Help group. Why use WooCommerce checkout? And I think we're getting into that right now. Another reason is LifterLMS natively works with PayPal. Some people don't want to use PayPal, but some people aren't comfortable with it. And again, they want to use some other payment gateway besides what's available from LifterLMS. And LifterLMS is committed to the global international community. Excuse me, I'm battling a cold. So we wanted to, from the very beginning, we've always had a WooCommerce option so that, you know, people could use LifterLMS in any country where they could get a payment gateway running through WooCommerce. Another reason is if they are selling more than just courses and memberships, and maybe they're more predominantly a retail store and they're just wanting to get into adding courses to the product catalog. So if we look at like this equipment, like let's say I had an e-commerce website full of yoga equipment and exercise balls and DVDs and, you know, physical products and for health and fitness, and I wanted to start adding some courses to my store, then that's another good reason to use LifterLMS with WooCommerce so that you can just add courses and memberships to whatever your other product mix is. The other reason is there may be some other WooCommerce extension that you may like. For example, WooCommerce has some advanced tax management systems. Let me go back here to the store home. So WooCommerce has, you know, like Quaderno or TaxAmmo for managing EU and VAT taxes. So those tools can be another great reason. If you need to use TaxAmmo, you can do that. And you know, WooCommerce has been around for a long time. There's a lot of different extensions that they may have that you may want to get the best of both worlds, what Woo has, but then use the incredible power of Lifter for your courses or your memberships. And then there's other not stuff you may not find on the WooCommerce store, like you might want to use, like for example, Cart Flows, which is a sales funnel builder for WordPress built on top of WooCommerce. If you want to use Cart Flows to develop a sales funnel with upsells, downsells, cross sells, all that kind of stuff, that might be a reason to use WooCommerce instead of just a simple course site with Lifter and Stripe or whatever. Even if you're in the US, you may want to use a third-party tool like this. So just to kind of give you a little bit of an origin story, give you a origin story of LifterLMS and WooCommerce. Lifter has always worked with WooCommerce from the very beginning, and we did that from day one, even though we were adding our own payment gateways so that we could grow with WooCommerce and make sure we didn't exclude any people that needed to use WooCommerce for payment gateway reasons in their country or whatever other tools they needed from Woo. So we've always been with Woo on the journey. It can sometimes confuse people that, do I need Lifter native e-commerce or should I use Woo to sell? But hopefully some of the things that I've just described here as reasons to use Woo can help you figure that out. And then just to be clear, if you are going to use LifterLMS with WooCommerce, you need our WooCommerce add-on. There's a link to that in the chat. And you're going to obviously need to install the WooCommerce plugin that's made by WooCommerce. And for recurring payments to function in WooCommerce, you need Woo subscriptions, which is another tool right here to make the recurring payment magic happen. With Lifter out of the box, recurring payments is built in, but with WooCommerce, you need this separate plugin to do the recurring payments. And it's a good plugin made by great people. So, and just the kind of the genesis of where all this came from, we'll put a link into the chat to what is an access plan. This is our most popular piece of documentation in LifterLMS. From the very beginning of, or I shouldn't say from the very beginning, about 3 years ago, LifterLMS introduced something into the WordPress community where the LifterLMS access plans to basically handle e-commerce, all the membership protection, enrollment, unenrollment, setting up the student dashboard, all this is bundled into one. You used to have to string together 3 or 4 different plugins to make this happen. And then LifterLMS introduced the concept of access plans. And what happened is the native LifterLMS e-commerce engine was more powerful than the WooCommerce integration. And the people that were using Woo wanted us to add in that's as much of the native power that the LifterLMS e-commerce engine has. And that's what we did. That's what is in WooCommerce 2.0 now. Anything you can do in native Lifter e-commerce in terms of selling and membership protection and expiring access and all that stuff is now possible if you choose WooCommerce to sell as well. So the other thing just to think about, just to be super clear, this is a LifterLMS course catalog. This is a LifterLMS membership catalog. Get that to load. And the thing to get clear in your mind is that let me get the shop opening over here. LifterLMS courses and LifterLMS memberships need to associate with a WooCommerce product. So if you are using Lifter with WooCommerce, it's a good idea to just conceptualize okay, if I'm going to create this course in Lifter or this membership that's going to do all this auto enrollment and fancy stuff and protect content outside of the course, one of the incredible features of the LifterLMS memberships, you're going to need to attach that to a WooCommerce product so that you can sell it if you're using the two together. So I hope that's clear. But then what all that also does is that marries the dashboard. So and we'll look at a real user that has some stuff going on to where they're, you know, there's some WooCommerce dashboard activity and there's some LifterLMS dashboard activity. So let me just pull this up. We'll put a link to this blog post in the chat. This is the LifterLMS WooCommerce 2.0 release post, which just rolled out recently. And in this blog post, we walk through all of the things that are new in WooCommerce 2.0. This screen right here is the access plans I was telling you about, where you can create an access plan, you can assign it or associate it with a WooCommerce product, you can do the expiration, and so on. The access plans can develop and on the courses and memberships and develop these pricing tables. You've got the course or membership expiration. We gave you an option to make your free courses or free memberships feel more like an opt-in than going through a $0 checkout through the WooCommerce store. We added the ability to do variable products, redirect people who are visiting course items to the catalog, to the WooCommerce product page if you don't want to display both the LifterLMS catalog and you only want the WooCommerce catalog. So I highly recommend you check out this post. This will kind of bring you through the ideas of what makes LifterLMS and WooCommerce awesome. But I'm not going to read this blog post for you. Go check that out. And we're going to get into some of the nuances of what's actually in the feature set here. So also, just to kind of help clarify, there's 3 ways to sell LifterLMS stuff with WooCommerce, and it can be confusing because there's a lot of options and a lot of power and flexibility, but I just want to make sure you're clear on the different ways to do it. So if we look at this music course, and you can see I've got a one-time payment and a monthly payment. And these are actually associated with 2 separate WooCommerce products. This one is associated with a one-time payment, and this one is associated with a $200 subscription payment. So you can do each access plan on a course or membership attaches to different WooCommerce products if you want. You can also do like with the leadership course here, a variable product where it says from here. If I click enroll, I can choose a variation of this WooCommerce product. So this is one WooCommerce product that has variations in it. And then the final way, which I don't really have an example of on this site, but just to make sure you're aware of it, is you could have lots of products associated with the same WooCommerce product. So no matter which entry point people come through, they can, they're going to go to a WooCommerce product that's actually going to activate more than one Lifter item. So multiple courses or multiple memberships. So that's like a one WooCommerce product to many LifterLMS courses and or memberships option that you have as well. So just throwing that out there as another option. All right. So let's take a look at this site as a different user. I'm going to log out here. And I'm going to sign in as Samuel here. And I'm on the dashboard here, and I'm just going to flick this over. You can see here that Jose has, or Samuel has this course here. If we look at Jose's order history, this is the WooCommerce order associated with it. And I can look at that. So this is WooCommerce territory right here. Should look pretty familiar. This over here is LifterLMS territory. And let's see what else Jose has. Jose has earned an achievement. And you can see Jose's notification history on the site as well. So this is all LifterLMS stuff up here. And then this is WooCommerce stuff up here. So this is just kind of an example of how the account dashboards of Woo and Lifter are merged together. So let's do a, let's be a little bit more adventuresome. And let's do a checkout. So in this, the way this works with this site is this membership right here enrolls in every single course. So let me do the annual payments. So that's $10,000 a year. I'm going to I'm going to buy this right now. And you can see here, I'm logged out. Notice how LifterLMS changes the menu item. You can have sign in, sign out links that it kind of knows which state the user is in. So I'm logged out of this website right now. And I'm going to view my cart. I've got the $10,000 platinum membership in it. I'm going to proceed to checkout. And I'm going to just bear with me. I'm a slow typer. I'm going to do Lacey. Oh no. Lacey testing Woo, United States, 123 Main Street. We're going to do Beverly Hills. California, 90210. And then I'm just going to put in a fake email address here. Got a password. And I don't have an extra $10,000 laying around, so I'm going to use this coupon code. Oops, there it is, called free. I'm going to apply that coupon code, and you'll see that moves to $0. And I'm going to click sign up now. And that's how the magic happens. So Lacey has just purchased. If I'm just closing out these Lifter notifications. There's a lot of enrollments going on because this membership enrolled Lacey in a bunch of different courses. So if we go to, I'm logged in as Lacey now, you can see she got automatically enrolled in these courses here. And she's got her platinum membership. And Lacey is ready to get started on the official LifterLMS Quick Start course. So we're going to click Get Started. And I'm just going to pretend Lacey watched that video. And she's off to the races. She's starting to take courses and training on this site. You can notice the automatic enrollment all happened instantly. So that is just an example of using the WooCommerce checkout to buy a membership that auto-enrolled in 6 courses and processed $10,000 through the website. So I'm going to just sign back out. And go back to the front of the website. And I'm going to do a little bit of a back-end tour of how this works in the back end. And then we're going to get ready to take some questions. So before I do that, I just want to throw out, in the spirit of the WordPress community and the community nature of this ecosystem where, you know, LifterLMS is working together with WooCommerce, I'd also like to spotlight some other tools that I see a lot of WooCommerce users using. One is WP Fusion, which is a way to connect your WooCommerce store to one of these 20 different CRMs. For example, even at LifterLMS, when we sell course software, or you know, the LifterLMS software, we use WP Fusion to connect our WooCommerce store to ActiveCampaign, just as an example. But it's a great tool. They also have direct integration with LifterLMS as well as WooCommerce, so there's a lot you can do. I'd also like to spotlight Liquid Web. This is a managed WooCommerce hosting company, and they have like a getting started plan at $39 a month right now. So if you're looking for not just like basic shared, you know, hosting, but something a little more powerful and tuned specifically for WooCommerce, check out Liquid Web. I also see cart flows growing in popularity for creating, you know, one-click upsells and just more advanced checkout scenarios with WooCommerce. So check that out. And then I also like to spotlight the Astra theme, which is what we're doing this demo on. They've got a lot of great features that makes it easy to design your website. They've got integrations with LifterLMS specifically, as well as with WooCommerce. Really enjoy working with the Astra theme. Another great tool out there. So just wanted to spotlight that. So just to show you a few things in the back end, let me sign back into this website here. So I just want to kind of show you the access plan area, and then we can get into some more details. But if I go to look at the courses, and let's say we were looking at the music course. You can see down here in the access plans where there's a one-time payment and the monthly payment. And if I open this up, you can see where this access plan is associated with a specific WooCommerce product. This is the music course one-time payment product. And then this is the monthly one. And this is associated with a different WooCommerce product, which is a subscription product. So if I go look over at the actual products in WooCommerce, if we see the music course here, these are WooCommerce products. I use the same featured image as I am with the LifterLMS courses. And if I go to the monthly course product, you can see that's here. We've got the featured image over here. We've selected this one to be a simple subscription that is virtual and downloadable. And by the way, you need to set that up if you want the automatic enrollment to happen with digital products, if that makes sense. If you have more questions on that, please post in the Q&A box. I'd be happy to chat about that. And then we have, let's look at the other music product that we were using. This is the one-time payment right here. You can see this is a simple product. This virtual and downloadable one-time payment, $2,000, done. But then I wanted to show you something a little different. So if we go to the courses and we look at the leadership course, this is working with what's called a variable product in WooCommerce. So this one only has one access plan, even though there were still two different ways to buy it. So if I open this up, I'm associated it with the leadership course product in WooCommerce. Now let's take a look at our products. And if we look at this, this is a variable product. So you can see this is a variable subscription product type. And then if I open up the variations here, you can see there's a monthly and an annual. I can expand those. And you can see this is how you set up a variable product. So it's kind of two different ways to have two pricing options to work with. One is like two separate products in WooCommerce, and the other way is one product that has two variations or more. And then I just want to show you something even more complex, which was the membership auto enrollment. So this is our platinum membership here. And if I were to edit that, you can see down here where under auto enrollment, I've got, when somebody buys this or gets access to this membership, they're going to get automatically enrolled in these 6 courses. And then in terms of purchasing it, this is associated with the platinum membership, which is a WooCommerce product that is also a variable product. So if we go over to products, and look at the platinum membership right here, this is a variable subscription product. And if I open that up to the variations, you can see this is the $1,000 every month. It never expires, so it's a monthly. It's marked as downloadable and virtual, which allows us to have the instant order completed so it doesn't hang up in processing in WooCommerce. And then down here is the annual option, where it's $10,000 every year. So that's just a kind of a quick tour of that. And you can see all your WooCommerce orders in the back here. And you can see all the LifterLMS data and analytics in the reporting over here. So this is what it's like to use LifterLMS and WooCommerce together. Let me jump back to the front of the website. I would encourage you to ask questions. If you have any questions or want to raise your hand and talk live, we're going to get to that in just a moment. But I just want to be absolutely clear on how, if you're interested in using LifterLMS with WooCommerce, that you can get started. If you head on over to the LifterLMS website and you click on this pricing tab, you can see over here all the individual add-ons. The WooCommerce add-on by itself is $99 a year. You can purchase it individually if you wanted for $99 a year, but it's also available as part of the Universe bundle and the Infinity bundle. So if either of those are of interest to you, you can check that out and invest in LifterLMS with WooCommerce. Now, the difference between the Universe bundle and the Infinity bundle is that they both include the core LifterLMS plugin with all the features that make the LMS awesome. You've got the e-commerce, which in this case you would be interested in WooCommerce. You've got the theme that we have. You've got the email marketing integrations we have. You have the form integrations we have, the text messaging integrations we have. But this is where the Infinity bundle adds more stuff. You get the advanced quizzing system, the assignment system, the private coaching system, the social learning system, and you also get access to the live weekly mastermind office hours that we do for Infinity Bundle course customers. That's a weekly group call. Those are the kind of things starting right here that differentiate the Infinity Bundle from the Universe bundle. Excuse me one sec. So if you have any questions about our pricing, feel free to let us know. But there's also, just know that we have a 100% 30-day money-back guarantee. If you want to try it out and you're not 100% sure, you can always get a 100% of your money back within 30 days of your purchase if you decide it's not what you wanted. You can also try LifterLMS before you invest and spend the $100 or the $300 or the $1,000. You can do that by clicking the 30-day demo button right here. And this is a $1 trial where our system builds you a temporary website that has all the LifterLMS add-ons installed, including the WooCommerce add-on. And you can play around with it. So if you're the type of person who likes to do a test drive before you buy, you can sign up for that for $1. So check that out. You can also email us if you have questions. You can email us at team@lifterlms.com. There's also this chat right here. If you ever want to talk to somebody, there's if we're online, somebody will chat with you and answer your questions and try to help you find what you're looking for and explain how to do what you're trying to do. But our chat is a great way to, if you have pre-sales questions, to get those answered as well. You can also schedule a live call. If you go to the bottom of the LifterLMS website and click this link, you can schedule a live call with a member of the LifterLMS team and community that can help you talk through what you're trying to do and figure out what might be best for your situation. We've also got this getting started guide for LifterLMS and WooCommerce that walks through everything I showed you on this webinar and more, so that you don't have to try to figure out how to connect LifterLMS and WooCommerce together from scratch. We actually invest heavily in our documentation and put all that together. So check out this piece of documentation. This is the place to start if you're going to do LifterLMS and WooCommerce together. And we also have something that we've just introduced. We're just kind of exiting the pilot period of it, called the LifterLMS Liftoff Sessions. So this is a new thing that we're adding for new customers who buy any any LifterLMS add-on or bundle, you get access to a weekly live group call where we can help you answer questions live, make recommendations, or point you in the right direction in a live call. Some people prefer to interact with a live human being and not email or chat or submitting support tickets or whatever. So that is a resource that's available for the first 30 days after you purchase. So those are called Liftoff Sessions. As soon as you invest in LifterLMS, you'll get an email with details on how to join the next one of those. And if you like that kind of thing a lot, you might consider getting the Infinity Bundle, where we have that kind of call every single week. And there's been people that have been coming every single week for years to the Office Hours Mastermind call. So just throwing that out there. Now, just one more time, let me mention for you, we do have a special offer right now. This is good through February 15th. The coupon code LifterLovesWoo, that's going to get you $20 off. So go check that out. LifterLovesWoo. And if you're watching this on the replay, just look down below, and you'll see a link to the store, and this code will be there if you want to copy and paste it for use on your checkout. All right, so yep, just one last time, 3 ways to get LifterLMS WooCommerce. You can get it by itself for 99 bucks. You can get it via the Universe Bundle or the Infinity Bundle. And we are going to be giving away a $99 giveaway today. So you might get the LifterLMS WooCommerce add-on for free if you're looking to get it, if you end up winning. So stick around. After the questions, we're going to draw the winner. And I'm going to stop sharing my screen and take some questions. So I'm going to go to the Q&A box first and see what we've got over there. So let me pull that up. All right. So Paul asks, when a visitor clicks on buy course, can we redirect them to the cart and instead of displaying the link to the cart? I believe there's a setting in WooCommerce where you can do that to expedite the checkout. Let me look at that with you. If anybody else knows the answer to that, it sounds like Jose knows. So maybe type your answer in the chat, Jose, while I look for it in the back here. Let me pull that up here, 1 second. So if I go into the back and I go to the WooCommerce settings, payments, see if it's in here. Jose is saying go to Google Direct to Cart checkout URL. Yeah, I'm not sure if I see it right there. So let's see what Jose is talking about. WooCommerce Direct to Cart checkout URL. All right, I'm gonna bring you up, Jose, because this is a common question. Let me stop sharing my screen for a sec. Jose.
What up, Chris? How you doing?
Good. How's it going, Brad?
Good, man.
So
hey, look, if you'll run over there and look at the Business Bloomer link,
yep.
Open that up, and if you scroll down there, I think one of the most powerful things that folks can realize is that in order to get the checkout process and your conversions increased, scroll down a little bit more right there where it says add one simple product to cart. If you take LifterLMS.com /? Add to cart equals Infinity Bundle product ID, whatever that is.
Yep.
Okay. And then you can add that to, Kathy can add that to the links in the chat or all that stuff. So what you're doing there is you're putting the person directly into the checkout instead of having to make them skip through the cart page, look over what they want, maybe second guess what they want, and then get into the checkout page. What you want to do is get them directly to the checkout page. That is the great thing right there. And you can also do that with, scroll down a little bit more, and Rodolfo has very intricately typed up variations. There you go. So as you're going through all the variable products of how to set up LifterLMS and things like that, and somebody's got subscriptions with variable subscriptions, say 1 month, or join the awesome cat yoga class for 1 year, and that's your variable product. Well, look, you can also make those variations really awesome for analytics to keep those in one product ID. But one of your variations is monthly, one of them is yearly, maybe one of them's quarterly. Cats love yoga. So you've got direct add to cart but checkout URLs if you go over that page right there. Really, really hard to, not hard, but you have to really look at everything that Rodolfo's typed up there is wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to put that link in the chat here for everybody. And then also, while I was reading Rodolfo's article here, I noticed this setting right here, which I think goes back to Paul's question. There's a redirect to the cart page after successful addition. That'll save you one step right there just by clicking that box in terms of streamlining the checkout flow. Cool. Well, thank you for that, Brad. I'm going to feel free to hang out if you want. I'm going to go through some more questions here. Kim asks, hey, Chris, is there a WooCommerce out of the box with variable products, or does it require the subscriptions extension to have monthly payments? If you are going to sell, WooCommerce has variable products out of the box. For example, you might sell a t-shirt that has a one-time payment and you can get the green or the blue shirt. But if you want to do recurring payments, you're going to need the Woo subscriptions plugin, which do I still have that up? That's right here. This one right here, which is available on the WooCommerce store. So that's how that works with Woo. Lacey asks how to buy a 2-domain license. I have 1 domain license now and one another in the near future. Well, if you're talking about LifterLMS, if you read right here about license types or the number of active sites you can have, if you get the WooCommerce add-on by itself, that's good for 1 site. However, if you get access to that via the Universe bundle, that's good for up to 5 sites. And if you get access to WooCommerce through the Infinity bundle, you can have unlimited active sites. So maybe that might influence which one of these you decide to get. Let's see, Michael asks, do virtual and downloadable need to be checked in Woo products for Lifter automatic enrollment to work? And if so, why downloadable also? I sell a course, not something downloadable. That's a great question, Michael. And I don't know if you can add to this, Brad, but in my experience with Woo, this is just always something you've had to do if you wanted to have that instant autocomplete order after checkout. In WooCommerce, for that to work in WooCommerce without custom code, you have to set your course or membership as downloadable, even though technically it's not really a download. Do you have any comments on that, Brad? Is he still here?
Yes. You there?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. You were absolutely close to correct. Okay, so in WooCommerce, all you need is for it to be virtual. And then run over and Google either the snippet or the plugin that says autocomplete virtual. It does not have to be downloadable.
That's cool. So there's one plugin you can add to do it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's a plugin or it's a snippet. If you run over there, there you go, grab another tab and do autocomplete virtual. products in WooCommerce, all that. Boom.
That's it right there.
Okay, so when you go to create a course, in the back end of your Lifter plus Woo site, what you don't need to check is downloadable. All you have to do is check virtual. Then stick this plugin in there, and then your virtual products will automatically complete. So in native WooCommerce, it's going to sit there and say, okay, do we want to update this order? We want to make this order processing. We're waiting for the shipping information, yada, yada, yada. In Lifter, of course, you don't need that. It just needs to autocomplete. So you click virtual. Unless you have downloadable assets as well, like let's say your name is Chris and you have a Lifter course and you provide downloadable assets like badge images. So in, I don't know, maybe Chris Badgett, in his LifterLMS setup, he would have both of them checked off because Mr. Badgett is delivering course creative actual assets. But for most of us, you're going to want to just simply click off virtual.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. Like, especially if you're doing a training-based membership site, you might have courses, but you might also have that you get auto-enrolled in, but you might also have like some downloadable like spreadsheets and worksheets and audio files or something that are true downloads. So it's a great point. And just to be clear where we're looking at that, when you create a product in WooCommerce, this is a recurring payment product, so it's a simple subscription, and this is the virtual and the downloadable checkboxes right here. And if you're doing a variable product, these are kind of hidden inside the variations. But Lacey asks, what if I need Woo extension only for more domain licenses? Is it possible to get it without purchasing the Universe bundle? Yes, but you're going to have to purchase 2 WooCommerce add-ons from Lifter if you want to be able to get support on both those. So you can always get, if we go down to the WooCommerce here, oops, past it. This is a single add-on available in the LifterLMS store. There's an add-ons link at the top of the screen. If you think you might need 2 and you don't want to get a bundle, I would just get one of these. And then whenever you're ready to get the second one, you know, just wait and come back and get another one when you're ready. It's not uncommon for people to buy plugins in that way. Helmut asks, when you use all those plugins like LifterLMS, its add-ons, WooCommerce, Woo add-ons, WP Fusions, cart flows, a page builder, maybe add-ons to page builder doesn't cause this. Does that cause speed issues? I'm going to put a link to a webinar presentation in the chat that we did about speed specifically, but really the more complexity you add, the more that's going to affect speed. So in this case, for like the demo I'm doing right here, this is pretty lightweight. There's no page builder, there's no cart flows. This is just plain Lifter, plain WooCommerce, the Woo, Lifter Woo integration, Woo subscription. It's really pretty lightweight. But that being said, you know, LifterLMS is a platform plugin. WooCommerce is a platform plugin. These plugins can create users. They can create a fully functional online business for you that has lots of moving parts. And the more people you put inside those systems, the more resources you're going to need, which is one of the reasons why I mentioned Liquid Web in this call as a, you know, managed WordPress hosting, managed WooCommerce hosting. And there's other great ones out there like WP Engine, and Kinsta is growing in popularity. These are managed WordPress hosts that are not the cheapest in town, but do better when your site gets more stuff going on and also more people and more traffic and all that. So yeah, when you add page builders and add other things, You just have to take that into account. But with good hosting, it's not that big of a deal. I just recommend taking a minimalist approach to plugins. Just like an inexperienced website builder, from what I see, will sometimes have like 40 plugins when they could have gotten the job done with 10. So just be a minimalist. Try to develop a minimalist aesthetic, and over time, as you get better and better at building websites, less is more. Is kind of my thought. But you shouldn't be scared of using something you really want to use. If you really want to use a page builder or a certain theme or whatever that you're really used to, like, don't be scared to use it if you really like it, especially if it's popular and well supported. Lacey says, she tried to add the Woo extension, logged into her cart, but it did not allow to add another product with the same license. The way the LifterLMS license system works, we've built our own license. You can buy multiple products at once, but you can't buy multiple of the same product at once. So if you are going to if you want to purchase 2 WooCommerce add-ons and you want to get them both today, you're just going to need to do 2 transactions. Sorry for the inconvenience on that, but just come back after you purchase and purchase again while you're still logged in, and you're going to get a separate license key for the second one. All right, I'm going to take a look at the chat and then see if we have any questions coming in from Facebook. Just scrolling down the chat here. This demo we just did with the Astra theme. It's growing in popularity in the Lifter community. Nicely asked, does Astra come with the Universe bundle? It does not. It's made by a separate company called Brainstorm Force. However, Astra has a free theme, and if you become a LifterLMS customer, you can get started with Astra for free. The free Astra theme is great. And then part of LifterLMS includes LifterLMS Pro, which is let me get this up here. Where is it? Somewhere in here. There we go. This product right here gives you access to a bunch of achievement badges and certificate backgrounds and stuff. But it also gives you LifterLMS Pro only discounts. And one of those discounts for you is we have one of the best Astra Pro coupon codes that you're going to find. So if you do want to get Astra, it's free. And if you want the Astra Pro plugin, which gives you even more LifterLMS and WooCommerce features, once you buy LifterLMS Pro, either by itself or through one of the bundles, you'll get a special coupon code you can use. I'm almost out of water, so hopefully that doesn't happen again. Let's see.
Hey, Chris, while you grab some water, can I jump in with a question?
Yeah.
Benito,
go ahead.
Benedetto Lettieri from the Woo Help Facebook group says, when I use vouchers, the order doesn't auto-complete. I have to manually complete it. Is there a way so that when the student uses vouchers, the order itself will auto-complete? And from what I understand it with the history here within Lifter, the voucher system is used, and it's a great feature. Let's say that we have Kathy's kangaroo class, and all of the kangaroos want to take a kangaroo class. You know, the voucher system is meant and intended for Kathy to go in there and say, okay, I've got 10 kangaroos. Let them take the class when they want to. Benedetto here wants to know if those orders can auto-complete. Oddly enough, just so we're clear, Benedetto Lettieri here is using native native Lifter and not the WooCommerce extension, just so that we're clear?
That's a good question. Let's take a look at vouchers for a second here. A voucher is different from a coupon code, and we'll put a link to the documentation around that. So a voucher is more of an activation, not an actual order. And if you're using LifterLMS with WooCommerce, you can use this. Like, let's imagine you sell like, let's say you have $1,000 course and you sell like 50 seats to a company that wants to put 50 of their employees into it, and they send you a check for $50,000, or you create a like a hidden WooCommerce product just for them that's like a $500 checkout, and they pay, and you want to hook them up with the code. So if we were to do the kangaroo voucher, let's say we were doing 20 new codes with one code each, and whenever somebody gets this, it's going to whenever somebody activates this, it's going to activate the platinum membership. So I'm going to publish that. Oops, add that. It's saving there. Maybe I saved that before it did that. Let me just do that again. So these are my voucher codes that I would give to whoever bought that, the kangaroo company or whatever. And I could rename these, and I could even put in like certain people's names. I could even email the client from right here a spreadsheet that has all the voucher codes for them to hand out to their team to activate. And it's an activation. It's not an e-commerce checkout. It's not a 0% off coupon. So if I were to sign out of this website, I need to activate the vouchers on this one, but let me actually just sign back in. You can do it either from a login screen or a register screen, or you can do it from inside the site. Let me show you what I mean by that. So if we go to the combined LifterLMS WooCommerce dashboard, or if you're just using plain Lifter, it looks similar, but they can just redeem a voucher, by entering the code right here. There's no e-commerce checkout. If this activates, if I were to do this, it would activate the membership. It would auto-enroll me in the 6 courses from our presentation today. So that's what it is. It's a voucher activation. It's not, it's an activation of learning programs. It's not e-commerce checkout. That's what coupons are for. So I hope that helps clear that up. If you have more questions on that, please feel free to ask. We've got some more questions coming in here. If the customer of my course platform wants me to delete all his data, is it possible to develop a tab into LifterLMS to make this happen ASAP? You know what, Lacey, we already did that for you. That was the whole GDPR stuff that we did several months ago. So I'm going to point you over to we'll put a link into the chat to the LifterLMS training webinar we did on GDPR. But yeah, they can absolutely request to be deleted. They can export their data, and they can be completely erased from your site. And we have a whole process and documentation on how to do that. So go check that link. We'll put it in the chat in just a moment. We've got some more questions over here coming in from Facebook. Paul likes Shopify checkout better than WooCommerce checkout. That is okay. If you want to use Shopify checkout, that's actually something you could use this voucher system for. Is you could sell with Shopify, and then in the welcome email, send them a link to a registration on screen on this website so they can activate their voucher code and you're in. So I know this is a webinar about selling with WooCommerce, but you could it's flexible. You could do that if you wanted to, sell through a different system. So I think that's kind of it on the questions I'm seeing coming in right now. I do want to give anybody the opportunity to talk live. Does anybody want to come up live and ask questions? If not, that's okay. But if you do, press the little raise your hand button in Zoom, and you can come up and chat live. If not, that's okay.
Hey, can I jump in back again, Chris, real quick to get
Go ahead.
The last guy's question was about, I like Shopify's checkout better. Totally fine. Run over and look at cart flows or look at Build WooFunnels, either one. Because both of those, just because you like the checkout page of Shopify, that's not really a full-fledged justification to completely jump over there. Because Shopify subscriptions, Shopify this, Shopify that. Okay, just because you like Shopify checkout, rock on, no problem. It's a column. It's different layout of the form. Rock on. Go snag you some cart flows. Go snag you some build WooFunnels or something like that. Or you can very easily customize LifterLMS checkout page as well, so that those forms look, you could turn the form upside down if you wanted to. Just because you like that checkout, that's not a great justification, if you will, to completely abandon WooCommerce altogether. If you look at cart flows and what they've done, or Build WooFunnels, Damon and Tavleen over there have done a great job with the arrow checkout. You can add validation, add verification, add reviews to the checkout page, all types of awesome options that will even surpass conversion rates of Shopify checkout page.
Well said. Well said. Yeah, WooCommerce is really powerful, and there's a lot you can do with it. With a hosted platform, they may have a nice feature. You can probably pull that off in Woo just as well, but then you're not boxed into a SaaS platform like Shopify. So I think we're ready to draw our winner. So we'll announce that in a sec. And for those of you that are here, remember you can use Lifter Loves Woo, the coupon code, and get $20 off until just try to use that up by Valentine's Day or through the 15th, February 15th. And congratulations we've just drawn the winner. It is Lacey Richter. She's won the free $99 a year LifterLMS add-on. Please email us at team@lifterlms.com and we'll hook you up with that. So congratulations to Lacey. I want to thank everybody for coming to this call. If you want to rewatch it, there is going to be a replay. You'll get an email about that. Just want to thank Allie for helping put together this demo site. There was a lot. It's a lot to put together a nice looking demo site, although it's amazing what you can do with WordPress and a couple plugins. So thank you to Allie. Thanks, Kathy, for helping run the webinar. Brad, thanks for allowing me to live stream this in the WooCommerce Help and Share Facebook group and fielding some questions with me. And also thank you to Will for helping out in the Liftoff Sessions. So if you're getting ready to purchase something from Lifter, I think you're really going to like the Liftoff Sessions. At LifterLMS, one of our core philosophies is to do things that don't scale and really engage with our community and see if we can help people get unstuck or find success faster. So if you're digging into LifterLMS and WooCommerce and you want to have an ace up your sleeve of somebody just ready to jump on a call and help you, I would encourage you to check out the benefits of the Liftoff Sessions, which comes with any purchase from LifterLMS. And then a big thank you to Thomas, Sarab, and Natalie on the development side and support side. use that coupon code LifterLMS Loves Woo. There's 3 ways to buy with the single product or either of the bundles. So check that out. And just as a reminder, we do have a 30-day 100% money back guarantee. So if you're on the fence, try it out for 30 days, or just have the confidence that if you're not happy for any reason, we'll 100% refund everything. So thank you everybody for coming. Really appreciate it. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. Take care.